Ryan Elliott for Boxing News. Like, be joined by IBF Cruiserweight champion Jai Opetaia. Jay, first and foremost, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, mate.
That's good to hear. Now, look, finally, fight date locked in. Just about a month away now. Is it more relief more than anything to know after 14 months you are going to be getting back in the ring?
Yeah, man, it feels good to have a contract signed and have a goal now. So I'm excited. It's been a long journey to get back to the ring, but it's been a good journey and a learning journey. You know what I mean? We've been training hard. We've been staying sharp, and we've been learning on the way. So I'm excited to get in the ring and show it.
Yeah, can you tell me a bit about that? Obviously, going from the high of becoming world champion to immediately having to deal with the injury and inactivity. Can you tell us a bit about what that time and that rehabilitation was like?
Um, you know, the draw was a fucking hassle. Getting that back. It was 4 months of just recovery and a lot of doctor's appointments and stuff. But after the 4 months, it was just focusing on training. You know what I mean? Everything was just when's the next fight? When's the next fight? And all these we had a few fights sort of lined up and they pulled out, and we had a few training camps, but we've just been on the ball. We've just been training. You know what I mean? We haven't sort of fell off the rails or defocused our focus. We've just been eyes on the prize, and we just want to get back in the ring. To be honest.
I know you've been out of the ring since becoming world champion, but has life changed much for you? I know you said you've just basically been a gym rat, but has life changed?
Um, you get to notice a bit more, but like I said, I spend a lot of time in the gym. I've still got a lot of work to do. I'm not out there acting like I've made it yet because I haven't. I'm far from where I want to be. You know what I mean? And I can't wait to just get in the ring and get this ball rolling again.
Let's talk about your opponent, Jordan Thompson, big, strong cruiserweight. How much have you watched of him? What does he do well?
Yeah, I've watched him a fair bit. He boxes well, man. He's got a good style. I believe he's a hard fight. He's gonna make me work, but I'm excited for the test. I know it's gonna be a war.
We saw him in with Vasil Duka a couple of fights ago. He was hurt badly at the end of the 10th round. From what you've seen there and your belief in yourself, do you think you can end this inside the distance?
Um, we'll see what happens. I know if I hit him right, I could end anyone, but it's just about boxing smart and taking your time. I'm not going to go out there and do anything stupid. We just stick to the game plan and do what we got to do. We outbox him. That's what we do. That's what I try and do to everyone. I outbox them.
You must be excited as well to get on the road, other side of the planet, first full title defense in the UK, a new audience.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to come over and fight in England. I'm looking forward to coming over there, putting on a show and earning the England's respect. I want to go there and earn a massive bunch of fan base over in England. I just want to give them a good fight against a good opponent too. So, it's exciting.
Jay, you mentioned it early on about fights falling through and waiting to see what it was going to be. Obviously, we had the high profile talk of the Riakporhe fight and why it was and it wasn't. Could you tell us a bit about which fights didn't come off and what happened with the Riakporhe fight from your perspective as well?
Um, Man, to be honest, I don't even know why it fell through. We were meant to go to Purse bid, and then they pulled out before Purse bid. I'm sure Riakporhe would have wanted the fight, but things outside of the boxers' control with these promoters and stuff. Who knows? You know what I mean? But it is what it is. It's happened, and our fight is September 30, and that's where all our focus is. That's what we're training for.
We know the winner of this fight is going to fight Mairis Briedis. The IBF have ordered it. Is it nice for you mentally knowing that if you come through this on September 30th, there's going to be another fight right there. You're going to be busy.
Yeah, no, it's good. I've been struggling to get a fight for ages now. I've got two locked in already, so I'm excited. I just want to get this ball rolling, and I want to fight Breedis again too. I think it's a good fight. I still believe he's one of the hardest fights in the division, and I want to prove that It wasn't a fluke.
Well, we've got you here, Jay. We've never spoken before. I was hoping you could tell us a bit about how you actually got going in boxing in the first place. Why boxing?
Why boxing? I'm a fourth generation boxer on my father's side and a third on my mum. So I grew up in the gym. I grew up fighting. I had my first fight at 8 years old, and I've been fighting ever since. Boxing's been the only thing I've ever done throughout my whole life, and it's been my only focus throughout my whole life, pretty much. So that's why I'm so passionate about it, and that's why I want to come over to England and show that I am the best cruiserweight, and I want to earn the respect, and I want to build the fan base so they know the name.
Obviously, lots of great fights we made at cruiserweight. You've got one locked in. One thing I wanted to ask you about, though, well, we're waiting to see what you were going to do. You were linked with Tyson Fury. What was that about?
Yeah, they said that Tyson Fury was looking for a fight here in Australia, and you know, okay, he wants to fight Australian here in Australia. My hand was going straight up, but I'm not sure what happened with that. So, it is what it is.
Did you meet Tyson while he was over?
Yeah, I met Tyson, man. He seems like a good dude. I didn't, I don't know him too much personally, but we had a short, handshake and a greeting. So he's he seemed like a cool guy. He was a bit loose. Good dude.
One fighter I wanted to ask you about, another cruiserweight champion we've got over here, Chris Billam-Smith, pulled off the upset over Lawrence Okoli. Did you watch that fight? Were you surprised?
Yeah. It was good. It was a a brawl. And I'd love to fight Chris Billam-Smith for the WBO. I got a few things I got to do first, obviously with these two fights, but that's definitely a fight that I'd love to have down the track. You know, and if he doesn't have the WBO by the time I'm finished with these two fights, then I'll fight whoever's got it.
Yeah, with the cruiserweight picture at the minute, do you think from what you've spoken to your team about, if you get through this, and we know you've got Briedis, but eventually that these fights are genuinely makeable, some big fights there.
For sure. I think they're very exciting fights, and it just sucks that it's taken so long for these fights to happen. You know what I mean? I feel like they could have happened months ago, but unfortunately they didn't. So we've had to take this road, and hopefully they hope it happen further down the track.
And Jay, last one before I let you go. As you mentioned, you want to come over here and win some UK fans. For those that are going to be coming watching, maybe tuning in to watch you for the first time over here, what would your last message be to them? What can they expect?
See you all on September 30. Man, I'm coming there to go to war, put on a good display of boxing, and hope I see you all there.
Right, thank you, Jay. Good luck.